Hello, it's screen visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's discuss about data structure topic. Data. So it is very important topic for like core Java. You can say advanced Java, software development, data science, machine learning, AI, and all. Okay. So what is data structure? What is data actually? Okay. So we have information. We have information. What is information? Information is like anything about anything. In short, okay. Information you can say in short anything about anything or something. So when we come to know something about something, when we come to know something about something, then what we come to know is called information. Like whatever we come to know about anything, so what we come to know is called information. Okay. And this information in computer it is called data and nothing else. Data is information. Okay. Data is any information in electronic devices or computer. Okay. So we have to organize data. Data means information in computer. Data means information in computer. Like whatever we have in our computer is data. Every file contains data. Information about file, like the directory structure, like there is a folder A. Suppose there is a folder A. Inside A folder, we have two other folders like B and C. Inside this C folder, we have five files, F1, F2, and so on. Inside B, we have three folders, D, E, F. Inside this E, we have three files. So this is the directory information, like what folders or files you have inside this A, what you have inside this B. Okay. So data means information in computer. Information in computer. Information in computer. Whatever you have in computer is data. Okay. So what is data structure? What is this structure? Like we all know that what is data, and data is plural. Okay. If someone will ask you like what is data, like data is singular or plural, always say it is plural. Singular is datum. Okay. And data is plural. So what is data structure? Data structure. Data structure, there are so many definitions. Data structure is the organization of data in database. Data structure is a technique to organize data in database. Data structure is a technique to organize data in database. What is database? Database is a place where we store or manage data. Like suppose if you have like data in GB, TB, PB, so you have to organize. We all have to organize the data. Okay, so that like why do we organize data? We need to organize data to like perform any operation related to data very easily. We need to organize data to perform any operation related to data easily. Why do we need to organize data? Suppose in a book library, okay, we have so many books like science, arts, physics, chemistry, math, languages, computer related books like programming languages, networking, operating system. We have so many books. So you have like thousands of books. If someone will ask you to get a specific book from the library, so it will take some time to find a specific book. But there is something like sorting. Okay, there is something like sorting. We organize books in ascending order or descending. It means you have to follow some order to organize the books in database, like sorry, in library. Okay, so in library we have to maintain some order. Like if someone will give you a book to like store it into in your library or to keep it in your library, so what you have to do, you have to keep it in a specific place. You cannot keep it like anywhere. You have to keep it at a specific place, so that like in future whenever you will require that specific book, you can easily find that. Okay, so we need to organize data to perform any operation related to data very easily. That's why we need to organize data. If you don't organize data, if you keep the data like in any order, you are not following any specific order to organize the data. So if I ask you to get some specific data, you will need some time. But if you like maintain some order, you will get the specific data very easily. That is a need to organize data in our database. Okay. So what is data structure? Whenever you work on database, like if you are developing a kind of software like for example MySQL or Oracle, okay, you are developing Oracle like software where people will be like writing queries to get specific data to perform any kind of data operation. So people will be like working with queries. People will be storing data, retrieving data, like updating, modifying the data. Okay. So you are like supposed to develop that kind of application. So what you have to learn, what you have to know, you have to know data structure very well. Without knowing data structure, you will not be able to design or develop that kind of applications. Database is not like data structure is not like we learn only for software development like web applications or like writing queries. That's not like everything. There are so many other uses. Like if you want to design, if you want to develop an application like MySQL, Oracle, then what you have to do? How you can design those kind of applications? UI is not everything. UI is not enough. Only design is not enough. Like you have user interface, you have design like menus, applications, dashboard, you have everything. But how it will work? So at the back end, you have to work with data structures because data structure is the organization of data in database. Data structure is the organization of data in database. Here we learn techniques to organize data. And like today we are not learning C and C++ as we are working with Java. So in Java, there are so many predefined algorithms which you can use to organize data in database. Okay, there are so many predefined classes. There are n number of predefined classes in Java which we can use to organize data in our database. Okay, so data structure is not a computer programming language. Data structure is not a computer programming language. It is a technique to organize data in database. Okay, it is a technique to organize data in database. It is not a computer programming language. It is not a computer programming language. It is a technique to organize data in database. It is the organization of data in database. It is the organization of data in database. We have to organize data in database. That's why we learn data structures. Data structures. Structure means where we keep the data. Data structure means where we keep the data. How we organize the data, how we keep the data, how we search the data, how we search the data from the list of data at minimum time. At minimum time. This is a technique. Okay. And you can also write your own technique or you can use predefined data structure techniques in Java. Okay. You can use your own technique. You can use your own technique you can use your own technique, or you can use predefined classes that are available in Java. Okay. So today we will discuss about predefined classes which are available in Java for organizing data in a database. And see, this is very important topic for like any kind of application development and data science machine learning also. Okay. Data science machine learning and normal Java programs. So it is very important topic. So today we will discuss predefined classes. I'll show you what are like the important classes which we'll be working with, because like there are n number of classes, but we don't have to work with all classes. But here we will be working with few classes which are like very important, and we can use them to to solve almost every type of problem. Okay, so I'll show you what are those classes, and what are the methods, and everyone has to practice all those methods before tomorrow's class. Okay, because tomorrow we will discuss about multi-threading, but before tomorrow's class everyone has to practice all the methods which we will discuss today about the classes. So what are predefined classes? So ArrayList, vector, vector, ArrayList, properties, hmm, list, list, vector, ArrayList, properties. These four classes everyone has to practice. Okay, like all methods inside these classes you have to practice, because these four classes are very important. You can like perform almost any kind of data operation. Okay, you can perform almost any kind of data operation with the help of these classes. So let's create a project. Close folder, control shift P. Okay. Create Java project, no build tool, on desktop, select the project location, and data structure. Students also like try to understand these data structure topic. Okay, and these four classes, because we'll be using almost everywhere these four classes in software development also and data science also. So input a Java project name like data structure. Okay, XRC, we have app.java. Okay, so inside this app.java we will write the code. Inside this app.java we will write the code. Okay, so what code we have to write? As I told you that these four classes you have to practice. Okay, so if you want to know what methods are available in a specific class, so always prefer Oracle documentation. Okay, so write Java class. Okay, see, this is the docs.oracle.com, Oracle documentation. Just visit this web page, scroll down. These are the constructors like vector v equal to new vector. Okay, these are the methods in vector. So all these methods you have to practice yourself, because now this is the time to like practice, to work practically. What is this add? This is element. Okay, int index element. At which index you want to insert a specific element. Okay, capacity, clear, clone, contains. If a specific data structure contains a specific element or not, it will just return you true or false. See, you just have to like know what the method name is, what parameter we are passing here, and what this specific method will return to you, whether it will return a boolean value like true or false, or like it will return some data like int, or it will return nothing. So if a specific method returns nothing, we have to write void. Okay, so see, vector v equal to new vector, and all these classes are available in which like package? Java.util dot start. Java.util package. Util means utility package. See, java.util.vector. And you can add anything in this vector class. This is like a class which is mostly used vector. Okay. See, new vector. This is the constructor. We have created an object of this vector class. Now, this V we will be using for performing the operations. Like if you want to insert any data into this vector, so V dot add 15. V dot add 15. V dot add 90. V dot add string. V dot add 15.6f. V dot add false boolean data. Okay. System dot out dot println v. Okay. Right click, run Java. You can also like take help of other websites like Geek for Geeks, uh, Tutorials Point, or any other website if you are like having any problem with how do we use, what is the syntax, because this website will give you the basic concept like what is the method name, what parameter you are passing, what it will return. But if you want to see an example, so you can follow other websites also. Okay, so see, it is returning you the list 15, 90 string. See, string, like, see, hello world. Hello world. Okay, right click, just run Java program. 50, 90, hello world, 15.6 false. Okay, Now see, v dot add int index element. See, v dot add the second one, int index. Index is 3. I want to insert here Vishal. Okay. Now again print the list. Okay. Right click, run Java. See here, this is the output 1590 hello world, 1590 hello world, 15.6 false. Okay. After adding Vishal at index 3, see 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we have added Vishal, and like other elements will be shifted automatically. So we don't have to like write, we don't have to create the structure ourselves. This is the structure. If someone will ask you what is a vector, vector is a data structure where you can organize data. You can add data, you can remove data, you can insert data, you can append data, you can clear the vector. See, v dot clear. Okay. Now print v, it will print nothing. Empty list. See, this square bracket means list. Okay. In Python also we call it a list. So list of elements. So right now it does not have any element. That is why it is like showing like this, an empty list. So you have to practice all these methods. And I'll tell you only those methods. We will discuss in the class only those methods which you are not able to understand yourself. Okay. See, get int index. V dot get 5. Okay. I want to get the fifth element. Fifth means sixth because it starts with 0. Okay. So run Java. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So exception in thread main, array index out of range 5. Why it is showing you this exception? Because we have cleared the list here. It has nothing. So 5 is array index out of bound. See, array index out of bound exception. So just remove this line. Now we have 6 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay. Total 6 elements. Vishal is at third position, but total elements are 6. Run it. False. See, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth index. As its index starts with 0. So fifth index. So you have to practice all these methods yourself. So no need to practice like all the classes, because in one single day or like 2 to 3 hours, it is not possible to practice all the things. So for today, like before tomorrow's class, just try to practice all methods of this vector class, because if you practice vector class, like almost 60 to 70% methods are common in all classes. Vector is like, you can consider the parent class of all these classes. Okay. If you complete practicing vector class methods, it means 60 to 70% methods of all these 3 classes will be automatically done. So just start with practicing this vector class. Okay. Index of, see, v dot index of object hello world. I just want to know the index of hello world. See, 2. 0, 1, 2, 90, run Java, 1, see, 0, 1. And it is not like we can only add integer, float, boolean, like primitive data types. You can also add your user defined classes. See, if we have created a class student, write a constructor. Okay, we have created a class. See, uh, we'll discuss class after a few minutes. Let's complete this like a for loop here. We have another syntax of for loop. See, for, see, not this. Mm, Vector v equal to new vector. Okay, so v dot add new student, roll number 1 comma Vishal. Vamsi, Venkatesh, like roll number 3, roll number 2. So you can also add objects into vector, array list, or anything. Okay, system dot out dot println v. What it will print? The address of the first object, the class name at the rate. This is the memory address. Class name at the rate memory address. Like at which memory address you have the object. If you want to print like 1 Vishal, 2 Vamsi, 3 Venkatesh, what you have to do? For student S. For int I equal to 0, I less than v dot it is not working here to v dot size. Okay, so v dot size it is 3. Okay, so I less than v dot size I plus plus. Okay, and v dot get I. See, like it will again print this I 0, v dot get 0, get 1, get 2. See, the same address, like right now it will create a new memory address. Okay, so but we don't want data like this. We want data like 1 Vishal, 2 Vamsi, 3 Venkatesh. So what we have to do here? So as this is the first object, okay. Hmm, Control X, S equal to slash T tab. Let's run this. See, we have added three objects, right? We have added three objects here inside this vector. We have added these three objects into vector. Now, what is this v dot size? See, size. It returns you integer value. So size returns the number of components in this vector. How many number of components or elements are there in this vector? So we have 3. It will return you 3. Okay. So I equal to 0, I less than 3. I have not written equal to. Okay. So less than 3 means 0, 1, 2. So it will get the 0th element, 0th index, and we are converting this into student. This is the typecasting. Like what kind of data you are supposed to convert this. So student, and here this is the S. This is the reference which will be referring to this particular object at a specific memory address like this. This is the first memory address. Okay. Second time I plus plus 1. This object, this reference will be referring to. Okay. And again 2. This object, this S will be referring to, and will be printing S dot role, S dot name. So it is clear, or do you have any doubt? Tell me. Like, is this program clear to everyone? How do we add?
Vishal, how was this defined? Student S is equal to student V dot get of I, right? I didn't
See,
get that line.
see, just forget this. Now, is this clear? What we are doing here? As V is the
We are
vector,
getting
okay,
that object,
and you
right?
are getting the 0th index element.
Hmm.
0th element index means this object, okay. But
Hmm.
Java does not know what kind of object is stored at this particular memory address. So you have to specify the type, that whatever data is stored at this specific address, just consider it the object of student class. So we are just like, we are performing the typecasting operation, or like we are specifying here, we are getting data as student object. So this is the reference of student class, and the reference of a specific class can only refer to the object of the same class, or it can also refer to the child class, as we discussed it in polymorphism. Okay, the parent class object reference can refer to child class object. So here we are just typecasting. Like if you want to get a specific element from the list of elements, so if you are using this get and index number, so you have to typecast this. If it is employee, you have to write here employee and here employee also. And now, if you know, we have two member data like role and name. Okay, so you can use this as reference to get the role and to get the name. Now tell me, is there any problem? Anyone? Niveda, any problem?
No, Vishal. Yeah, clear.
So this is student. Okay, this is student. Now, uh,
Vishal, just one doubt.
hmm, tell me.
Get right to student, this one, to student class. So if it is a string or something, again for that also we do this typecasting.
Yeah.
If the objects,
See, suppose we want to restrict this specific vector to store only string value or only int value. What we have to do? Like by default, you can add any type of data into the vector. But what if we want to add a specific type of data only? We want to restrict it that it can only store a specific kind of data. Okay.
okay.
So now v dot add hello v dot add Vamsi. Now v dot add 15. See, this is the problem. The method add int string in the type vector string is not applicable for the argument. And system dot out dot println. Hello, Vamsi. If you want to restrict the vector that it can only store a specific type of data, it is also possible. But if you do so, it will not accept other type of data.
Okay. So
So
in place of
beginning,
string, we can use a student also, right there.
yeah,
Then no
any
need
data
of
type,
typecasting.
any
Yeah.
data type like primitive data or like user defined data type or wrapper classes.
So if you use student there, then no need of
Sorry,
typecasting
sorry,
there,
sorry,
right?
sorry, sorry. See, integer. You have to write like this.
Okay.
Okay. So 15, 70. Okay. Run Java. See, you cannot write primitive data types because vector array list properties list, like, see, we are discussing vector, so let's discuss this. Vector only accepts object here. If you want to store 15, 15 is here object. Okay, you can also store like this. See, integer is class. Okay, for every primitive data type in Java, Java has wrapper classes. Wrapper classes means if you want to store 15, so you can declare a variable of integer data type and you can store 15, it is okay. But what if we want to store 15 as an object? How we can do so? Integer num equal to new integer 15. This is also okay. If you print num, it will print 15. Means this 15 is normal value and this 15 is integer object because integer is a class in Java. So Java supports both primitive data types and wrapper classes. If you want to store 15 as a normal value, you can store like this. And if you want to store 15 as an object, you can store like this. See, this 15 is an object and this 15 is an integer. So for every primitive data type, Java has wrapper classes. For this int, Java has integer I is capital, F is capital. Always remember this. If someone will ask you that I want to store 15 as an object, so what we have to do? We have to store like this. We have to use the wrapper classes, like predefined classes, data type classes. For every specific primitive data type, Java has its wrapper class. These are called wrapper classes. Okay. You can store like this. So if you want to restrict the vector that it can only store a specific type of data, you can also do so like this. Okay. So now try to practice all the methods, try to understand all the methods yourself. I'll share you this link. Okay. So try to practice like toArray, toString, trim to size, size, set size. Set size means if you set the size 10, you cannot store the data more than 10. Size means like total number of data. Okay. Replace all, remove range, remove object, v dot remove object. Sorry, 15. V dot remove 15. System out println v. Okay. And fifth 15 70 50. V dot remove index 15. Sorry, index 15. Data is 15, not index. Remove object. Remove element. Okay. Run this. See 70 50. 15 is removed. So remove element. You can also remove element. You can add element. You can replace element. Like 15. Like you can add like a single data more than one time. If you want to add 15 two times, you can add. And if you want to replace all 15 with 5, you can do so. So try to understand all these methods, whatever is like possible for you, and all remaining methods we will discuss later. So just try to complete this vector class. That's all for today. Okay, that's all for today. So I'll share you this URL for vector and video also for today's class. And it's also important for data science. Okay, because these like data structures we'll be using for our data science topic, like organizing or managing data. We can get the data from files. We can write objects into files also. So like tomorrow in the data science topic we will cover that. But for today, and everyone like just try to complete all these methods before tomorrow's class. You can also practice now after the class, in the morning tomorrow, or in the evening tomorrow. Okay. So that's all. Just try to complete all the things. That's all. Any question from anyone? Tell me. Any question? Or everything is clear? Any question from anyone? Tell me. So that's all for today. Now start practicing vector class. Okay.